The app that I do Twitter with, it's like I can schedule tweets, which I like, because sometimes I'll think of 2, 3 tweets. I don't want to spoil you. I'll space them out. Many years ago now, at the beginning of Twitter practically, I scheduled a tweet. I scheduled it for 8:05 p.m. Pacific time. Why would I remember that? Because at 8 p.m. Pacific time, we captured and killed Osama bin Laden. The Twitterverse was aflame. At 8:05, I tweeted, "Why do my dog's duties come out cold?" Let me just remind you, I scheduled that tweet. That's how good I thought it was. And I feel like a little bit like Peter Sellers in Being There, like people put more depth on me than I have at all. Like I bet there were people that saw that tweet and were like, you know what? That was cold, but it is our duty. Oh my God.
Wow, 4 minutes, ready? How you doing?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm all right. My first question is, Netflix
That wasn't a loaded I'm all right. Like I want to get deeper into that. Like what's going on with you?
Just
I know
got
we
off
only
the
have
plane,
4 minutes.
The train was delayed, but I'm here with you, so I'm like, it's like very like, it turned all that away.
Shake it off. To give it to the universe.
But Netflix kind of, for me at least, invented binge watching. And my first question is like, what's the first show that you binge watched? And do you binge watch anything now?
I did binge watch last year Breaking Bad. Never had watched it. I had watched the first 3 episodes and in bed, like on my iPad, and it was so stressful. I literally got to a point where I went, oh my God, wait, I don't have to watch this. I turned it off and I was like, oh. But then I discovered watching it on the elliptical machine. And then it's incredible because you're like, what the fuck? And it's great.
So there was back in the day, there was this thing that the comedians did with the Kings of Comedy, and you've, one of our top comedians. I wonder if you had to create the Queens of Comedy right now. I know you have this great special that you're alone, but if you had the Queens of Comedy special, who would be a top 3 or 4 women comedian that you would put on stage with you?
Oh my God, there's so many. Tig Notaro, needless to say. I'd go, these are some new names coming at you. Beth Stelling.
Those people are researching, they like.
She's maybe Natasha Leggero, maybe a Jen Kirkman, maybe a Sam J. I know I'm gonna, a Kate Berlant. Yeah.
It's a lot of new talent that we need
There's a lot of like, these are names that you're gonna go back, like in 5 years and be like, oh my God, she mentioned that person.
She was the oracle, she knew.
I don't know if there's God. I mean, I cannot imagine there's God, but I don't know, neither do you, But if there is God, it's a God that's like totally fine with murder and children starving and spin class and all the atrocities of life. I take spin class is great if you love being punched in the vagina 70 times a minute. Well, just an ocean. Thank you, Steve Agee. Well, just an ocean of white people are singing the N-word with such glee. It's because they play hip-hop music in there. Did I need to say that? Oh my God. Were you guys like, is that what they do in there? Can I burn calories doing that? Yes.
Has comedy become harder in today's like PC world where people seem to be maybe a little bit more?
It's interesting because the PC world is so, just saying that is subjective. There's like Donald Trump's version of things are too PC, which is like too many people have rights and have respect. Then there's
Google.
PC like, boo, don't say that, it's taboo, which is more like, yeah, I like saying whatever I want to say. I like using any words I want to use. But that said, I feel like I want to change with the times. I've learned, I've gone from thinking I was very progressive and liberal to realizing I was totally ignorant. You know what I mean? Or like there are words I use that I wouldn't use now, not because I'm more closed or believe in censorship, but because I don't like how they make me feel, and I don't like what they mean to others. You know what I mean? Like I would say, what? I think that's so gay. It's gay. I have gay friends. What's the big deal? You know? And then I realized that I was the guy who was like, what? I say colored. I have colored friends. You know, like you can't take a half a day and change your language. If you're that glued to the past, then you're fucked up and you're a relic. You know what I mean? But even just like, I'm embarrassed, but at least I want to learn and grow and change from shit. Like a couple years ago, I go, oh my God, there's an epidemic where cops are killing unarmed black teenagers. And then I go, no, it's not an epidemic. This is how it's always been. I just am aware of it because of social media. And I was like, I was so embarrassed, and I realized how ignorant I was. You know, it's fucked up. But it's also, that's the good stuff of social media. There's a lot of good stuff in it, and it's making the world smaller. It's hopefully helping people understand each other, but also without the face-to-face stuff, it can also become a real barrier.
Wow. Well,
did I just get deep in 4 minutes?
You got real deep. But everybody should go see your comedy special.
Thanks. It's about none of what we talked about, but what am I supposed to say? Like, it's about this, and this. It's a comedy special. See if you like it, and maybe it'll be your cup of tea, maybe not.
People like you, so they're going to watch it.
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, lovely to meet you. Get some rest. But my dad, camp was where he thrived, and like they're still his best friends to this day. His best friends are his friends from camp. And he's about to be 80, and they're having a reunion even. And he has a picture of all of them when they became counselors. And it's amazing. It's from 1953. And I said, Dad, you have to send me this. And he sent it to me with like a glossary of who everybody is and what they're doing now. And it's like, this is Phil Holman. He's a judge now. This is Arnie Goldstein. You know, he owns Martin's House of Cloth. This is Danny Gold. Danny Gold once gave Punchy Kramer a BJ and we all watched. This is Cy Schwartz. He works at the Clam King. This is Ba. He da-da-da. This is Morris Simon. This is Punchy Kramer. This is, ba. I'm like, Dad, open with it or close with it. He has no sense.